Yeah, welcome you all for a demo session on AWS. And it will be a 3 days demo session conducted for today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow. And the timings will be same. And post registration. That is, if you are interested, once you are joined for the classes, so we'll have a real-time classes from the next day itself, and the link would change. So if you have any queries, you can reach out to the institute regarding the same. Sure. So
Yes.
yeah, okay. So it's a 3 days demo session on AWS. So welcome to the 3 days demo session on AWS. And today is our day 1. And we'll discuss the basic concepts about, like, for starting 2 days, we'll have theory sections. And on day 3, that is on final day. So today is Tuesday, Wednesday. So on Thursday, we'll have a sample hands-on experiment as well. Okay. Yeah. So now let me start. So for the agenda today, we'll have theory concepts like the basics of cloud or fundamentals of cloud, or why do we need this AWS first of all. Before going into the AWS, we'll have a AWS. Before even going to the AWS environment, let's know about cloud actually. Let me introduce about myself. Yeah, I'm Anitha. I have 7+ years of experience working with this AWS Linux DevOps Active Directory as well as AI now. And today is the first day of a demo session on AWS. So we'll walk you through the contents, the various concepts that we're going to cover in our real-time classes or syllabus that's going to be covered. And also we'll have a demo sessions for the next 3 days. And post-registration for the classes, we'll have a real-time classes. So this is about myself. So wherein like we'll know, I'll walk you through the contents or what and all exactly we have to learn, or we can go with the syllabus actually on tomorrow and not for today. Let's go with the cloud concepts or basics of cloud, and tomorrow entirely I'll walk you through the syllabus. Fine? Yes. So right now, let's first go for cloud fundamentals. See, one thing I want to say, when we say this AWS, that is Amazon Web Service, it's purely a cloud service provider. Means Amazon is a cloud service provider. And first of all, why do we need to have a cloud? Earlier, and even now, we have something called as on-premises environment, wherein it is respect to individual organizations. So wherein they'll have end-to-end services with respect to networking, storage, any procurement, or any development. Everything will be taken care of only solely by that organization, that they won't depend on any cloud. So they'll have their data. They'll have the servers or storage or network configurations. Everything will be configured or procured by them and for their own individual organization. This is about on-premises. Then why do we need to opt for cloud? See, not only this, I had already finished three to four batches recently with respect to AWS or Docker and Kubernetes or Linux and something, because I also train on Docker and Kubernetes DevOps and all. So wherein when I got to know on day 1 of our introduction classes, I have asked them, why did you opt for this course, or why it is so? So the response that I have got is they're moving towards, they're migrating towards cloud because they want to expand their services that they're delivering, or they want to expand the organization as well in terms of business. So in cloud, when we say like the something called as, if no on premises, then obviously it's a cloud. So when we say cloud, no need to bother about the underlying infrastructure. What is that mean of underlying infrastructure? Is means we no need to bother about where do I need to store the data, where exactly it is, how exactly I have to store, or is that safe, secure, or how will I achieve high availability? High availability means even if something is wrong and if it's not working, it will make sure that if that particular machine or instance is down, another machine will be up and running. It acts like a backup. So how do we achieve that? So in order to, with all these components or configurations, an organization no need to worry about all these things, because it is purely being taken care by cloud service provider, that is CSP. So in CSP, that is cloud service providers, we do have three. We have three cloud service providers. Those are AWS, Azure, and GCP. We are all aware. And now, why this AWS and why not Azure and GCP? Yes, GCP is for purely for Google related applications and Google related stuff. And in order to create and learn that, obviously the cost is a bit more. And when it comes to Azure, yes, even Azure is for purely for entirely for Microsoft. But the thing there is, even if you try to experiment or something, I mean, for a demo session or in order to try out, then it is something that we have to pay some amount of money, wherein there is no feature of free trial account where we can experiment it. It's a bit difficulty to get the hands-on experience in terms of GCP and Azure. I'm not saying that as AWS will provide you free tier features, we are moving towards it. No, not like that. On day three, I'll just show you how exactly the AWS dashboard looks like. I don't know if someone, I mean, if you guys are already aware of AWS or you might be new, but still it is my duty to say as if you're all new to this AWS, because right now we are having a demo session and it's my duty to deliver what and all that we have to discuss in this demo sessions. So the thing is, like yeah, it's not only about the free tier architecture that it is providing, but the widely accepted feature, or I can say it's been widely implemented and widely used by many organizations, because AWS is just expanding its services and it's providing much more service. And can I give you, and to give you a example, real-time example, Amazon Alexa, correct, where text to speech converter using ML, AI, and also
Anitha, we are not hearing you.
acceptable.
Your
It is
voice is breaking.
acceptable, but compared
Your voice is breaking, Anitha.
Hi all, sorry, I lost my connection in between. I've switched my device now. Hope I'm audible. I'll quickly
Uh,
share my,
yeah,
yeah. Sorry for the inconveniences. There was a power
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, I was saying about why do we need to move towards cloud. Correct. So because of the features that is available in this AWS, and because of the real time, in real time they're manufacturing, and they're just implementing their service
Anitha, again your voice is breaking.
This
It's not audible.
wide wide. So that is why they are moving towards Sorry, I'm back. Where do I call them? Ma'am, can you please make me as an host? I'm unable to share. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, as I have switched my place, there is some internet glitch, and sorry for the inconveniences. Yeah, I was saying about what is this cloud with respect to why are we opting for cloud, or why are we moving or migrating towards cloud? Because on demand service. I mean, we can just demand and we can get it done. So on demand self service. So via online, we can get everything whatever we want. And then elasticity, which means you can have the data which has been fetched, or you can just increase, or you can just delete or decrease the load or a volume. So this is about the cloud, or just about the comparison between on premises and cloud. And let's go for main thing, that is deployment models. What are the cloud deployment models? Cloud and one more thing, if you lose my voice or something in between, or if you cannot, I mean, you can unmute and say, otherwise you can just put up a message here, because as I'm sharing my screen, I'll not be able to view who are exactly like trying to reach out to me or trying to put me a message. So please do I mean, either speak or you can put up a message, so later I can view that actually. Now let's go for cloud deployment models. As we all know that what are the types of cloud, when we say, it's like public cloud, private cloud, and a community cloud. So public, private, no, I have to say it's an hybrid. So apart from this hybrid cloud, we also have one more called as community cloud. Community cloud. So now, what is public cloud? Yes, we know that it will be publicly, I mean, it's something that it is for everybody, where anybody can use. And the best example is this AWS only. What is this public means? It's for pay as you go model. You will have a cloud services being used, and who will provide us? Cloud service providers. So cloud service providers will render the services for you. So you will pay for it. And the best example is AWS, GCP, and Azure. Because public means even you can go ahead and create your account, you pay for what you use. It is not something that only I can use AWS, I can be able to create resources, not something. No, it is not that way. It is like, where anybody means, it will be accessible for entire public. And when it comes to private, it is only or solely or dedicated for an organization. So why do we need to have this private is dedicated environment, or it is also something that solely managed by an organization. And why do they need to have private cloud? Because of, for more control and for greater security. In order to have entire control and for greater security. Because we know that already, public means, yes, we all can access, we all can create accounts. But when it comes to private, no, it is not that way. It is solely managed by an organization. Only within that means organization is responsible for all the activities, or from end to end services, and they won't depend on any cloud service providers. Okay, and what is this hybrid cloud is about? Combination of, I'll just put up here, combination of public and private. Public and private cloud. And why it is a combination of public and private cloud? We can say the best example is e-commerce platform. Why e-commerce platform? I can say, I mean, e-commerce platform is something, but e-commerce platform. Why e-commerce platform? The reason, when you go for Flipkart, Amazon, or any other shopping websites, y- yes, we all can log in, but that is also public cloud. Yes, I do agree. I mean, so they'll have public cloud visibility because we all have to log in, sign in order to shop something. But why there is a combination of private cloud also involved here? Because okay, I have given my user ID and password. It will be stored in database, and you will also have your account. Similarly, each and every user or majority of the users will have their account being registered for either of the e-commerce platforms. Then in that case, will I be able to view your data? Or if you purchase something, will I be able to know how what did you order or check your card? No. That is something with respect to private cloud. Means they have used private cloud to have their own database structure to store users credentials and more. Wherein when it comes to public cloud, which is they have made that interface available for public, that means users to view and purchase something. And then for the community cloud, it is something but it is managed, it is something but it's a shared infrastructure for an organization. For example, I can say that what I'll say, universities will collaborate with each other. Universities universities collabing with each other with similar goals. Or I can say community, wherein research centers will have some goals, right? Okay, right now we have to find medicine for so and so, so let's experiment. So they'll just have collaboration, and they'll have their own purpose. So they'll establish their own community for themselves. So it is not a public, it is more secure than public, but it is more cost effective than private, because it is only for those two organizations or two to three communities where they will collab with each other, or research centers. That's what I've said. In order to make medicine, they'll collaborate with each other, and they have to communicate with each other. Or I can also say NGOs, where if they have similar goals to perform, then they will collaborate with each other. So then they'll have their own cloud, that is community cloud, in order to establish communicate only between themselves. So in that case, it is more secure than public, and as well as it is more costed or cost effective than private cloud. Okay, this is about cloud deployment models. And for the last concept for today, I mean for today's demo, I want to next concept I want to take with respect to 7 layers of OSI. Yes, we already know it, but it's my I mean because I have to explain you how the demo or what and all we're gonna cover, right? So tomorrow I'll take you completely to the AWS environment. So tomorrow it will be like completely syllabus what I'm gonna cover in our actual classes, and I'll also guide you or walk you through what and all each terminologies means, how AWS looks like, what are their expansions or upcoming expansions, and we look on that, so and so. Now, 7 layers of OSI. OSI means operating system. So operating system interface, and we'll also call this. Okay, I want to show or share one screen. I'll just show it in Google itself. Okay, how community cloud is differ from hybrid? See, in hybrid, it is something but public and private. For example, they'll have two clouds, like wherein for public they'll interface with, like, you can just log in and you can go and purchase. So that public cloud is visible for everybody. Okay, for example, with Amazon. Okay, right now I want to shop something. I'll go to amazon.com and I will shop. Even you will also log in and you will also go and shop. But what is the difference between there? Will I be knowing what you're ordering? Will I be knowing what is your cart? Who will know that? That will be known only for that who are actually taking your delivery. Correct. So that is where it is, like database details I'll not be knowing. So in hybrid, that is that is where public and private would come into picture. And community cloud, that is only for when they have similar goals. and when they don't want to go with this public or private cloud, but obviously it will be combination of both, but it will not be accessible to the outside world. They'll establish their cloud in such a way that it's only for NGOs. Can you see we have something called trust organization, so and so trust organization website. So they'll have like public visibility. So if you also have any idea, you can collaborate with us. And later, once you collaborate with them, you will have access to their site. If anybody tries to access that, it won't be visible for that. It won't be visible for others. Hope I have cleared you. May I know, like Usha, if the doubt has been cleared or not?
So you mean to say it is restricted only to the set of people that community cloud means, but if it comes to hybrid, it is like accessible, widely accessible by the public, but it is not like the community cloud. Is it right?
No, it is not like community cloud. Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay. Thank you.
sure. So now let me go for this OSI model layers. I let me know. Yeah, sure. So definitely, when we say about a network or a cloud, we do have 7 layers in our OSI model. It will end up for application. If we just go and Google www.icsabank.com, how are you getting this web page actually? Yes, there is a something called in the backend. There will be a developers who have coded for the same, but still how we are able to access this, because first of all we have to define a web page, make that accessible via a port number, that is establishing a, say, a port numbers for secure connection, and as well as for 80 for only for web access, web related access. For web application access we have to open some ports. And in order to do that, we'll have in the physical layer, we'll have something we'll have with respect to fiber cables or wireless hubs, repeaters, wherein it's a physical environment. Like for example, if what I'll say, if I need to transfer the data from my pen drive to the laptop or pen drive to the mobile, obviously I have to connect it with some cable. That is with respect to physical structure. What is a data link structure? Data link layer means there in that layer, what exactly happens is it will use bridge to establish the connection, bridge or switches or ethernet. So here the data will flow in terms of frame. So usually how the data will flow, like once the application is accessible, if this should be accessible like this web application, then what exactly have been will be configured is, first there will be a physical fiber cables and hubs, then data will go in terms of frames. Like if like once they hit send, so it will also establish a bridge connection. Then it will be a network layer where it will use IPs, ICMP protocols will be used here. ICMP protocol for ping and IP security. So that comes under network layer. And coming to the transport layer, it will use transfer control protocol or user datagram protocol. That is to establish end-to-end connectivity. They'll choose either of the protocol, whatever they have to use. Here in the network data link layer, it will convert as frames. Here in the network layer, it will go in terms of packets. Here in the transport layer, it will make sure that data is traveling via the protocol, that is either TCP or UDP. Then a session layer for a session. Like first of all, it has to have some APIs, because if it needs to call or have the payload to be sent, then there will be a session being established. Right now, it knows what is the data, it knows how to travel, it knows where is the network, it knows like how exactly it has to go. Now, session means it will know like how exactly it has to transfer. Then coming to presentation means, do I need to send I need to put it in terms of JPG, or here the video should come, or audio should go, or any list I have to display that is with respect to presentation means either in JPG
Your voice is
or
breaking, Anita. We are unable to catch you, what you are saying actually.
via uh, file transfer protocol, or via secure shell, or secure socket layer. Hello.
Yes, Anitha.
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know why it's totally, I mean, there is no power here for my, I mean, in order to have my broadband connection. So that's why I have connected via mobile hotspot. That's why it's a bit lagging. From tomorrow onwards, it won't happen just like that. So now I guess you have heard me until, what do we say, the layers of communication.
Yes.
So I was explaining about presentation and application. In presentation, we'll choose about the format. How do we gonna present in terms of either .jpg, or do we gonna transfer via file transfer protocol, or have a secure shell connection, or in order to establish a security. I mean, thinking on a security perspective, secure socket layer. So this is what been thought, or that is what we're gonna have it in this syntax format. I mean, in this presentation layer. Then it comes with application layer. That's for end user. How you gonna expose your web application for end users? Either you're gonna go in terms of http based, like http, so that they can access via Google or internet, or you can convert your IP to user friendly domain names. Or how you gonna expose your application to the end user? That is something about this application layer. So these are the concepts that I wanted to cover for today. And let me know if you have any queries. So tomorrow I'll start up with AWS environment. I also have one more, that is what it is service models. I'll take it up tomorrow with respect to cloud service models. That is IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, CaaS, FaaS, DAS. I'll take it up that, and tomorrow it's purely will be only for AWS. So tomorrow again it will be a theory for AWS, and on day 3 or on final day of our session we'll have the demo session or hands-on session. Okay.
Okay.
So please let me know if you have any queries. Otherwise, we can wind up for the day and we'll catch up tomorrow. And please do join for tomorrow's session as well. And one more thing I wanted to say, but I forgot. Training methodology will be in terms of, once you register, upon the classes, I mean, once the classes or sessions got ended, uh, recorded sessions will be updated from institute's end before the end of the day or before the mid of the day. So they'll upload it, and from my end I'll be the one who will update the notes. And for your reference, I just wanted to show one thing. I hope my screen is visible now. I am sharing my screen. Is it visible?
Yeah, yeah, visible.
So these are all my previous batches notes that I have already uploaded. I just want to show one. So this is how the recordings would be uploaded. That will be from institute's end. So by end of the day, before the end of the day, and it depends on MBs. Okay, if it is not huge, then they'll upload. And even once you register for the classes, you will get this demo sessions also uploaded, and including that, I'm responsible for uploading the notes. See, these are all the notes uploaded by me. So once the classes or sessions gets ended by the day, right after the session gets ended, I'll be uploading the notes. And also we'll have WhatsApp group being created. So post registration of the class, so we'll be updating there. So I will be clearing the doubts as well in the same session or using the same channel. So if you have no queries, then let's wind up for the day and we'll catch up for tomorrow. So before that, please do let me know if you need any information from my end for now.
Yeah, for me, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Sure. So then we'll catch up for tomorrow, and please do join for tomorrow and day after tomorrow as well. We'll make utilization of this demo session as much as possible. You can inform your friends also to join for the classes. Sorry to say, join for the demo sessions. I mean demo classes.
Okay.
Okay, sure then. So thank you all for joining. Have a great day ahead.
Yeah, thanks.